The honourable member from Calgary West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This government has touted a few initiatives it claims are creating jobs. One plan, as outlined in Budget 2015, directs AIMCo to invest 3% of the Heritage Trust Fund, approximately $540 million, in Alberta-based companies. That direction came 4.5 months ago, and to date, AIMCo has only invested $46 million, less than 10%, and yet the Economic Development Minister continues to boast about it. So to the Finance Minister, when you announced this new mandate, how many new jobs did you expect the $540 million to create?
Hear, hear. Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the question, member opposite. When we worked to put together our economic stimulation plan for Budget 2015, we went to AIMCo and we talked to them about the amount of capital that they could invest in Alberta. We are not taking the approach that we're picking the winners and losers. We're letting the professionals do that. AIMCo is finding the best places to invest capital, and that's happening as we speak.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that this new direction from your government needs to dovetail with AIMCo's legislative mandate, and given that AIMCo has received guiding principles from Treasury Board and Finance to help fulfill the direction of Budget 2015, and given that on March 2nd, at the Standing Committee on the Heritage Savings Trust Fund meeting, I asked for a copy of the guiding principles, which we have yet to receive, again to the Finance Minister, will you immediately make these principles public to all Albertans?
Minister of Finance.
If the guiding principles are there and they are not subject to protection in some way, I will make them public.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that the Heritage Savings Trust Fund Act requires AIMCo to maximize long-term financial returns when investing the fund's assets, and given that the government's new investment direction may conflict with the fund's legislative mandate to ensure its investment always achieves the best possible returns for Albertans, again to the Finance Minister, is this government inadvertently restricting AIMCo's latitude to invest globally, or is it considering creating amendments to legislation to give your ministry more ability to direct AIMCo's investments?
Minister of Finance.
Nothing could be further from the truth, I guess. Well, I know nothing could be further from the truth, and what we are doing is working with AIMCo. They're the people who assisted us and finance officials to say the investment would work. Only 3% of the Heritage Trust Fund is doing it being invested in this fashion. We are still retaining, or still not retaining, we're still getting the best return for the investments AIMCo is making on behalf of the Heritage Trust Fund. There has not been a change in that regard.